on this day of the Novena to Saint Ignatius of Loyola, we shall dwell on the theme, the devotion to Mother Mary. And we shall also ask for the grace that we better understand and practice this true sense of devotion. As I see it, there are more than one ways of practicing this devotion to Mother Mary or to any other saint. Looking at it from the life of Saint Ignatius in his autobiography, I fondly remember a story that helped me better understand this devotion to Mother Mary. As Ignatius was on his way to Montserrat, he was also accompanied by a Moor, and on the way, the Moor challenges Saint Ignatius about the virgin birth and motherhood of his beloved mother, Mother Mary, asking how can she ever remain a virgin. Ignatius feels so angry that he wants to go and kill the Moor with his sword. Meanwhile, as Ignatius is lost in his thoughts of anger and revenge, the Moor had already gone ahead by quite some distance. Ignatius, not knowing what to do, whether to kill him or to spare him, decides that the mule takes the decision for him. If the mule, that donkey that he was riding on, if it follows the same path of that Moor, then Ignatius would surely go and kill him. If that mule changes the path, goes on another path, then Ignatius would spare that life of this Moor. Thankfully, that mule changes the path and Ignatius reaches the Benedictine shrine of Our Lady at Montserrat. And in that shrine, he prays the entire night. He keeps a vigil the entire night, kneeling down, and at the end of his prayer, as per the rites of the chivalry, he lays down his sword, he lays down his dagger at the foot of the altar of Our Lady. What we see here is two contrasting views in the use of that sword. Ignatius wanted to use that sword and kill that Moor for having insulted Mother Mary. He wanted to use that sword to defend the honor and to defend his devotion to Mother Mary. But is that true sense of devotion? Practicing acts of violence, rage, and killing people in the name of devotion. Whereas we see Ignatius uses that same sword and lays it down at the foot of the altar of Our Lady in an act of complete surrender. This is the true sense of devotion, the devotion that comes through surrender, and surrender that comes through prayer and humility. One other thing that devotion helps us is that it sets us on a journey in which the destination is not known. It reveals itself gradually to us. Ignatius, when he set himself on a journey as a pilgrim, after he had expressed his devotion in that shrine, he never knew that one day he would be a great saint. He never knew that he would be a founding father of the Society of Jesus. But following this path, led by his devotion to Mother Mary, he would always ask for a constant grace from our beloved Mother, that she would obtain the grace from God the Father to place Saint Ignatius with her son Jesus under the banner of the cross. And when this grace was granted to Ignatius at the end, he would no longer feel any sense of doubt of this God experience. He would see a clear vision ahead of him. He felt such a change in his soul that God experience had transformed him. This is true devotion. We may have many forms of devotion, as it was expressed earlier, but any devotion, whichever we follow, the path that we take to follow, should lead us to this God experience. All glory be to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, as it was in the beginning, is now, and ever shall be, world without end. Amen.